Well, it's like the old saying goes, here we are again. Or here we go again. Well, maybe not that far. We'll see what happens. Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 a.m. coming at you once again with another, one of these. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. And make sure to leave me your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section, because I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. And oh man, what a hot topic this might be. And this is a record here for the channel too, because I think this is the first time I'm ever talking about the PS Vita along with something that is not PS Vita related, or in this case, even Sony related. I think I'm committing a capital crime by doing this. At least, we hope not. So I'm sure many of you out there have already heard the news, but for those who haven't, Nintendo is, well, they're planning to do a thing to some of their legacy platforms in the near future. And I'll read this real quickly for those of you who haven't heard it. It's been all over the internet, so I doubt it, but be that as it may, here we go. This article comes from Polygon. Nintendo shutting down the Wii U, Nintendo 3DS eShops, and frustrating fans. Yeah, tell me guys, does this article sound just a wee bit familiar to you all? Yup, it's a similar situation that we PS Vita / PS3 / PSP fans faced just last year. And we got the scars to prove it and everything. The article continues saying Nintendo will close the online stores for its Wii U console and Nintendo 3DS handheld in late March 2023, the company announced Tuesday. After those stores, called the Nintendo eShop, shut down, it will no longer be possible to make digital purchases for the Wii U and 3DS family of systems. Gee, that doesn't sound vaguely familiar to me like whatsoever. The Wii U and 3DS eShop closure also means that game demos and other free content will no longer be available to download as of March 2023. While that 2023 date may seem far off, Nintendo will make it more difficult to purchase games and other content from the Wii U and 3DS eShops in 2022. Again, guys, tell me, does this not sound super familiar to you all? Feels like it only happened to us yesterday. Sony was making it very hard for us to purchase stuff. In fact, you could argue they still kind of are with not updating the store. But anyway, I digress. That horse has seriously been beaten to death at this point. On May 23rd of this year, Nintendo will end support for adding funds to a Nintendo eShop account on the Wii U and 3DS using a credit card. Again, does this not sound very familiar to you all? And on August 29th, it will no longer be able to be possible to use a Nintendo eShop card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop on Wii U or the Nintendo 3DS family of systems, Nintendo said in a support notice. After March 2023 shutdown and for the foreseeable future, Nintendo says it will still be possible to re-download games and DLC, receive software updates, and play games online on Wii U and 3DS. Don't want to be a broken record here, but yes, that sounds very familiar to me. Why is this happening? Nintendo attempted to answer that in an FAQ posted alongside the support notice, saying this is a part of the natural life cycle of any product line as it becomes less used by consumers over time. So why the heck am I even bringing up this topic? I mean, this whole situation, while yes, very similar to what we went through last year, has nothing at all to do with us currently at present. Am I right? Kind of. I, much like many others that I have been seeing online who love the PS Vita, have kind of been looking over our shoulders after we heard this information, thinking that Sony, you're not going to get any ideas now, right? You're still going to be keeping our stores open. Don't give us that look, Sony. Don't give us that look. Jim, don't you dare. In fact, what I found very creepy about that whole article, I guess you could say, is how much it was almost word for word everything that we were going through. And I guess when it comes to the PSP, you could kind of say went through, because Sony actually did go through with that decision, sadly. Rest in peace, sweet prince. But the PS3 and PS Vita stores are remaining up for the foreseeable future. Geez, that's a phrase Nintendo just said in that article. I wonder if that's foreshadowing something. But what's becoming more and more of a growing concern with us is that back when Sony was going to shut down all of these stores, everybody, much like I could imagine Nintendo fans are doing currently, Wii Vita fans and PS3 fans scrambled to get as many digital games as we possibly could, along with DLC, patches, and whatnot, which was probably making sales for these legacy platforms from Sony go through the roof. Only problem now is that it's kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind deals. You see, it's been a while since Sony has retracted this decision, which they were supposed to go through back last summer, and since then, and I don't have the sales figures with me obviously, but I'd imagine that sales for the PS3 and PS Vita stores, for instance, probably aren't super high these days. And some people have conspiracy theories out there and feel that Sony maybe just made that decision to try and up sales, only pretending that they wanted to shut the stores down. But that's another can of worms for another day. One I'm not willing to open on this video. And I've been keeping track of the Vita community's thoughts on this, and many users have been feeling the same way, such as this individual on Reddit saying, I mean, Sony will definitely do it again with Nintendo now doing it, and getting significantly less blowback. And another user saying, I mean, both are in the exact same state currently. I'm almost positive the PS3/Vita store will be shut down by the end of next year, just like the 3DS and Wii U. And even individuals on Twitter have stated, hope that everyone who spoke out about the PS3 and Vita store closing last year are still making new purchases on them. We need to show Sony that there's still life left in these old systems. Ironically, even the YouTube gaming Twitter account posted about the Vita shortly after this news derived, which they rarely ever do, so I guess take that for what you will. And it'll be very interesting to see where this goes. What do you all think? Will Nintendo retract their decision much like Sony did last year, or will they go through with it, thus tempting Sony to close down the PS3 and Vita stores in the same year of 2023, or even possibly sooner? I really hope that doesn't happen, but it will be really interesting to see which store outlives who. It's a really sticky situation that we're in for those of us who love our legacy platforms, and the corporations that sadly don't. I don't think there's any denying that. But guys, again, leave me your feedback down in the comment section. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. A huge thank you and shout out to all these wonderfully generous supporters who help make this content possible, including Chris Foxhound, Robert Sylvester, Hector Gonzalez, Buzz Sayin, Rizal Pliskin, Kayonko, Aridri, No Good, Burzin Mystery, 1488 Dental, Lacerated 87, Juan M. Hermosillo, Azumara, Eric DeWitt, Nintendo Switch at 2 AM, Tasha Monty, Donut Valley, Mazgus, Ricardo Martinez, Dr. Super Artie, Matt Hargett, Jamie, Sabin Fire, Makis Blob, Robert Johnson, B Mystery, Zacrito, Matt Fox, Frayden, Reiko Star, Alan Iwazuk, Shin Snake, Neo Arashi, Milk Sama, Bushin Ryu Cat, Hero Acer, BMF, Phantom XRS, Gutter Drums, Michael O'Connor, Rodrigo Vera, Sculpture Tugel TCG, David Ray, Adam Sondi, Claimer Malarkey, Saul Ramirez, Hemdall Imbert, H-Hitter, Crazy Cat, Adam Thury, Wendy K, PS Vita S, VG Legends, Kyle Brooks, Jale, Heston Joseph, Per Sterner, Richard Cruz, Jared Haddo, JR, Joseph Shavak, Kevin Enright, and Silica. And a huge thank you to Uni Uni for the recent PayPal donation. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. Likes and shares can help equally as much. So is it a capital crime to stalk someone? Because I really want to do that to Jim Ryan right now.